Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone, this is Jyotsna Tiwari and welcome to today's daily current affairs session where we will discuss each and important points regarding your upcoming exams. Okay guys, so here we will discuss all possible questions, all possible news which will definitely make the question in your upcoming exams. Okay, so let's have a look at which type of news we will discuss today. So here is the first news of today's session, but before starting this session, let me change my pen color. Then we will discuss each and everything in details. Okay guys, so here you can see the first news of today's session, and the news is that the Lok Sabha recently passed two farm reform bills. Okay, so here we are discuss about the Lok Sabha that who recently passed the two farm reform bill. So what is this two farm reform bill? Let's have discuss some key points regarding this news. So here you can see guys that the Lok Sabha passed the Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce and Promotion and Facilitations Bill 2020 and the Price Assurance and Agriculture Service Bill 2020. The Farmers Empowerment and Protection Bill, the bill was introduced in Lok Sabha on 14th September 2020 by the Union Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, Rural Development and Panchayati Raj Narendra Singh Tomar. The bill will replace the ordinance announced on 5th June 2020. So what is the Farmer Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Bill 2020? Let's have discuss some key points regarding this bill. So here you can see that the bill will provide an ecosystem where farmers and traders can directly sell and buy farmers' produce. It will promote efficient, transparent and barrier-free interstate and interstate trade and commerce or farmers' produce, as well as help them to get better prices. Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement of Price Assurance and Agriculture Service Bill 2020. Here you can see that the purpose of the bill is to make a provision for a national framework on the agriculture agreements that gives farmers protection and rights to engage with agribusiness firms, processors, wholesalers, exports or large retailers for agriculture services. Okay guys, so we have already discussed each and every point which is important for your upcoming exam. Now let's have discussed that which type of question will rise on your exam regarding this particular news. Here is first question which will definitely rise on your exam, and the question is that the Lok Sabha recently passed two farm reform bill. This is related to which field or which okay field, yeah, you can say that which field. Okay, so here is the your answer will be uh, agriculture. Okay, your answer will be agriculture and farmers. What is the name of that bill that was recently launched for the farmers and for the agriculture? So you will have to learn the name of that bill, and the name of that bill is Farmer Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Bill 2020. Second bill is Price Assurance and Agriculture Service Bill 2020. Third one is Farmer Empowerment and Protection Bill. These all bills are introduced on 14th September 2020 in Lok Sabha. Who represent this bill? Then your answer will be Narendra Singh Tomar. Who is Narendra Singh Tomar? Then your answer will be Union Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, Rural Development and Panchayati Raj Minister. Okay, and the bill ordinance announced on 5th June 2020. That means the bill was already announced on 5th June 2020 but passed on 14th September 2020. Okay, we have already discussed the key points about this bill. The question will rise about the guys, please take it serious, take it on the serious note. The question will definitely rise about the all name of bill, so you will have to learn the name of every bill. Okay, so that's all for this particular news. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me in the comment box. So here is the next news of today's session, and the news is that Gujarat announced subsidy support for e-bikes, e-rickshaw. Okay, so recently Gujarat state who has announced support for the e-bikes and e-rickshaws. So what is the main objective? Let's have discuss some key points regarding this news. So here you can see that the Gujarat state government has announced a subsidy scheme. This is a type of subsidy scheme to encourage the use of electric vehicles. The scheme will increase e-vehicle charging facility, with the state government also announcing financial assistance of rupees 50 lakh for the installation of charging infrastructure. The objective of this plan is to challenge challenges posed by climate change. What is the silent feature of this scheme? Now let's have discuss. The scheme aims to provide subsidy to students studying above class 9 to purchase two-wheelers. In addition, individual and institutional beneficiaries will receive subsidy support for three-wheelers. The plan is rupees 12,000 for a battery powered electric two-wheelers and rupees of an e-rickshaw three-wheelers 8,000 subsidy. Okay. Subsidies will be provided for the first 10,000 two-wheelers and 5,000 three-wheelers. Also, to support the initiative for climate change, the Gujarat state government has signed a memorandum of understanding with 10 organizations for various purposes. So, we have already discussed each and every point regarding your upcoming exam. Now, let's have discussed that which type of question will rise in your exam regarding this news. So, here is first question which will definitely rise in your exam, and the question is that recently which state government announced subsidy support for e-bikes and e-rickshaw? Then your answer will be Gujarat state. Okay. Who is the chief minister of Gujarat? Then your answer will be Vijay Rupani. Okay. What is the amount which was given by the state government in this particular, or support by the state government in the particular scheme? Then your answer will be up to rupees 50 lakh. Okay. 50 lakh for the installation or charging infrastructure. That means if you, what is the meaning of this line? So now listen to me very carefully. Okay. You all guys, you all have seen the petrol pump, right? And every petrol pump side there are any owner. Okay, an owner of that petrol pump. So basically government has told that if you want to open your charging point, charging infrastructure installation as well as petrol pump, so government will help of up to rupees 50 lakh to open that charging infrastructure. Okay, so I hope you'll understand each and everything. Now you will have to learn some key points. The first one is that what is the aim of this scheme? Then your answer will be students studying above class 9 to purchase two-wheelers. Okay. In additional as institutional beneficiary will receive subsidy support of three-wheelers. That means not only two-wheelers or four-wheelers but also three-wheelers can also take the subsidy. Okay. The plan is rupees 12,000 for battery power. Okay. Means 12,000 rupees given by the government for the battery power electric two-wheeler and rupees for an e-rickshaw three-wheelers 8,000 rupees. Okay. Subsidies will be provided for the first 10,000 two-wheeler and the 5,000 three-wheelers. Okay. This MOU has done with the 10 organization for the various purpose. Okay. I hope you'll understand each and everything in details. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me in the comment box. Here is the next news of today's session, and the news is that recently International Equal Pay Day was observed on 18th September. Okay. So here you can see that the International Equal Pay Day is observed every year on 18th September. The purpose of this day is to highlight the importance of getting equal pay of work of equal value. International Equal Pay Day is observed for the first time in 2020 as per an initiative by the United Nations. On this occasion, amid of global COVID-19 epidemic, the Equal Pay International Coalitions hosted a virtual global call to the action. It aims to encourage all labor market actors to take the necessary steps to ensure that the equal pay is the heart of recovery efforts worldwide. Background, if we talk about background, so the International Equal Day was launched by the United Nations. The Sustainable Development Goals address to need to achieve gender equality and empowerment of all women and girls. Okay. A gender perspective is mainstream to the critical implementation of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Okay, I hope you'll understand each and everything in details. Now let's discuss that which type of question will rise on our exam regarding this news. So here is first question which will definitely rise on our exam, and the question is that recently International Equal Pay Day was observed on which date? Then your answer will be 18th September. Which day was celebrated on the 18th September? Then your answer will be International Equal Pay Day. Who started to celebrate this day? Then your answer will be United Nations firstly start the International Equal Day. What is the purpose or what is the objective behind celebrate this particular day? Then your answer will be gender equality and women empowerment. Okay. So we have already discussed each and everything in details and all type of question also. I hope you'll understand each and everything in details. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me in the comment box. Here is the next news of today's session, and the news is that India is ranked 116 in the World Bank's Human Capital Index. Okay, guys. Now let's discuss that what is the important key points, what is the important key characteristics regarding this particular index. Okay. So here you can see that India is ranked 116 in the latest edition of the World Bank's Annual Human Capital Index 2020. Last year, India was ranked 115 out of 157 country, and this year 116. Okay. Index means index. Okay. Indexes are the major component of human capital across the country. What is the characteristics behind this particular news? Here you can see the Human Capital Index 2020 update include health and education data for 174 countries of as March 2020. It comprised about 98% of the world's population. Analysis showed that prior epidemic, most countries made steady progress in building children's human capital. It has also been said to the largest strength made in low-income countries. According to the Human Capital Report released by the World Bank, India's score increased from 0.49% to 0.49% in 2018. The index also said that there has been a big drop in remittance and total income of the decreasing by 11 to or 12%. Okay. So I hope you will understand each and everything, because we have already discussed each and everything in details. Now we have discussed that which type of question will rise on your exam regarding this news. So here is first question which will definitely rise on your exam, and the question is that what is the rank of India in the World Bank Human Capital Index 2020? Then your answer will be 116. Okay. Second question will rise on your exam that out of which country? Then your answer will be how many countries? Then your answer will be 157 countries. Okay. Second question will rise on your exam that it compromises about 98% of the world's population. Sorry. Second question will rise on your exam that who published the Human Capital Index report? Then your answer will be World Bank published the Human Capital Index report. Next question will rise on your exam that India has ranked 116 in the which index? Okay, then your answer will be Human Capital Index. Now let's discuss some key points from that. The question will definitely rise on your exam. First one is, where is the headquarter of World Bank? Then your answer will be Washington DC. Second question, what is the established year of World Bank? Then your answer will be 1944. Third one is, how many member countries in World Bank? Then your answer will be 189. Okay. Here is the next and last news of today's session, and the news is that the government of India launched the National Clean Air Program. Now let's discuss. I hope guys you will understand each and everything regarding this news. Okay. So here you can see that the government of India launched the National Clean Air Program. Let's discuss some key points regarding this program, about this program. So here you can see that the government of India launched the National Clean Air Program as a long-term, time-bound, national level strategy. The objective of the program is to tackle the problem of air pollution across the country in a comprehensive manner. The goal is to achieve 2024 to 20% reduction, taking into account 2017 as base year of the comparison of the concern to 2024 by 2024. That means this is the target year. Okay. What is the main characteristics behind this news? So here you can see that the based on air quality data from 2014 to 18, 122 non-attainment cities across the country have been identified under the NCAP. Okay. City-specific action plans include measures to strengthen monitoring network, reduce vehicular industrial emissions, increase public awareness, etc. The program will oversee the implementation of city-specific action plans that are monitored regularly by the steering committee, by central and state level committee. The air quality of the cities is monitored by the State Pollution Control Board, who periodically publish their results. In addition, for effective monitoring, some smart cities have set up an integrated command and control center connected to air quality monitors. Okay. So we have already discussed each and everything in details. I hope you'll understand. Now let's have discussed that which type of question will rise on our exam regarding this news. So here is first question which will definitely rise on our exam, and the question is that the government of India, sorry, the government of India launched the which program recently? Then your answer will be National Clean Air Program. What is the National Clean Air Program? Then your answer will be to reduce the pollution and across the country comprehensive manner. This is the basic objective of this program. Next question will rise in your exam that what is the abbreviation of NCAP? Then your answer will be National Clean Air Program. What is the target year? Then your answer will be 2024, and guys you will have to learn this year because this is a very important target year. Every time the target question will definitely rise from the target year. That means you will have to learn the target year. You will have to also learn the what is the abbreviation of SPCB. Then your answer will be State Pollution Control Board. Next question will rise in your exam that what is the abbreviation of ICC. Then your answer will be Integrated Command and Control Center. Okay. I hope you'll understand each and everything in detail. Okay guys, if you have any doubt then you can ask me in the comment. That's all for the today's session. Okay. So let's move on, and here you can see the quiz of the screenshot of the quiz. So yes, basically I want to say that if you want to give the quizzes on the daily basis, so for that you will have to go to the Google Play Store. Download the Entry app now. After that you can give the quizzes on the daily basis. Okay guys. Also you can visit, you can give the quizzes on the daily basis, and according to that you can analyze yourself that where are you standing right now, and according to that you can boost your preparation. Okay guys. Also you can visit our YouTube channel. For that you will have to go to the YouTube, download the type the Banking 2.0. Don't forget to subscribe the channel, and don't forget to tap on the bell icon. Okay guys. So that's all for today's session. Okay. Don't forget to like, comment and share this session as much as you can. You can share this session with your colleague, relative, friends, whomever you are studying right now. Also, you can share this session on your social media platform group like your Facebook group, your WhatsApp group, your Telegram group, wherever you are available. Okay, guys? So don't forget to like and share, like, comment and share this session as much as you can. Thank you very much for cooperate with me. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.